My parents gave me up for adoption in high school, and 24 years later, I finally found them. Growing up, I always knew I was adopted. My adoptive parents never hid it from me. In fact, they told me early on, making sure I understood that my biological parents were just two kids who weren't ready to raise a baby. And even though I was grateful for the life I was given, grateful for the love I received, I still carried questions. What were their names? Did they ever think about me on my birthdays? Did they wonder what kind of person I'd grow up to be, or had they just moved on? As a kid, those thoughts were fleeting, but as I got older, especially in my late teens and early 20s, they became heavier. Every time I looked in the mirror, I wondered whose eyes I had. Every time I faced a struggle, I thought, did they go through this too? Finally, at 24 years old, I reached a point where I couldn't carry the what-ifs anymore. I needed answers. I wanted closure, or maybe a new beginning. So I started searching. It wasn't easy. It meant digging through old records, chasing leads, and hitting dead ends that made me want to give up. But then one day I found them. My biological parents. They were still together. High school sweethearts who had a baby too young, too soon, and made the gut-wrenching choice to give me up because they thought I deserved better than what two scared teenagers could provide. The day I met them, my heart was pounding out of my chest. I'd spent my entire life imagining this moment, and suddenly I was standing at their door. When they opened it, I saw the nerves in their eyes, and I knew they had been just as scared as I was. The first few minutes were awkward. What do you even say after 24 years of silence? But as we sat down and started talking, the walls slowly came down. They told me everything, how hard that choice had been, how they cried for weeks after letting me go, how they had followed little pieces of my life through the adoption agency, hoping I was safe, hoping I was happy. And for the first time, I understood. They didn't give me up because they didn't love me. They gave me up because they did, because they wanted me to have more than what two high school kids could give. That realization shattered me, but it also healed me. All the resentment I carried turned into compassion. All the confusion turned into clarity. And though I'll never get back those lost 24 years, I walked away knowing one thing for sure. I was loved from the very beginning.